Hello, I hope you're having a fantastic day. But before we get into this video, I want to say I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for taking a step toward becoming a better person, toward having a more fulfilled life, towards accomplishing your goals and everything else which we will discuss throughout these courses, along with the upcoming videos, etc., etc. And not just that I'm proud of you for taking that step, but I'm proud of you for everything that has led up to now. Because we don't just come out the womb with this kind of mindset. We don't just come out the womb ready to take the steps necessary, ready to put in the work necessary. We don't just come out the womb like that. You have to develop yourself into that kind of person, and I'm proud of you for developing yourself. I'm proud of you for investing in yourself, and I'm also proud of you for being here. And I deeply appreciate you taking the time, taking the money, making the investment to hear me talk. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a person. I'm just a person, okay? And I deeply appreciate you for having faith in me and having faith in what I can teach and provide to you. So without further ado, let's get into this. A man's gift will make room for him among great men. Now, for those who don't know, I'm not religious. It's simply that the Bible has a lot of things in there and a lot of verses which apply so much to life. Now, what does this mean? It means that every person, in this case, man, it can apply to a woman, is simply how it's worded in the Bible. Every person has a gift within them that will make room for them among great men or great people, great leadership, great opportunity. And what this all means is that each of us has a gift. For some people, that is the gift of speaking, also known as the gift of gab. These are people such as your comedians, your authors, your politicians, your motivational speakers, those kind of people. Other people have the gift of art, musically, painting, creatives. And with this gift, it will make room for them, give them influence, give them a position of power, give them a position of leadership among great men. Great people, great leadership, great opportunities will come to each of us by using our gift to make room among these great men. Hopefully, I explained that to you clearly. Now, let's get into this. First, we're going to discuss the unfulfilled life, understanding what fulfillment means to you, what is your gift, how you'll make room for yourself, and that the world is a reflection. And then we're going to end out on some notes. So, firstly, the unfulfilled life. Most people, I'm going to say 95%, have at one point or another felt unfulfilled and lived an unfulfilled life. And the characteristics of this are a feeling of being lost. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I want out of life. I'm just going day by day, hoping it goes well. Shameful. So you feel ashamed of yourself. Like, you feel like you're not doing what you should be doing. You're not the person, the man, the woman that you know you are destined to be. You feel ashamed of who you are. You feel ashamed of where you are in life. Not necessarily physically where you are, as in the environment you live in, but the environment that your mind is in. You feel ashamed of that. Intense worry. So you're constantly panicking, you're constantly thinking, what if this bad thing happens? What if that bad thing happens? What if I lose my house? What if I lose my job? What if my girlfriend breaks up with me? What if my wife divorces me? Just constant worrying. You're just so overly focused on the negatives of the world, feeling disconnected. So the relationships you do have, such as with your family, with your friends, with your relationships, these don't feel genuine. These don't feel intact because you're not who you should be. You're not living from your authentic truth. So, because you're not living authentically, how do you expect to have authentic relationships? It's not possible. You can't be a fake person and have real people genuinely connect to you because what they're connecting to is the fake you, not the real you. Not enjoying your life. This is very straightforward. You don't feel like having fun. You feel drained, you feel dull, you feel bored. You just aren't enjoying it. Feeling powerless. You feel like you have no control. You feel weak. Not physically weak, but you just feel weak minded, weak spirited. You feel like you have no ability to direct where your life goes. And because of these things, it leads to people chasing fulfillment in external pleasures. So, this is why a lot of people get into addictions such as drugs, alcohol, scrolling on their phone all day, partying, whatever addiction it is, a lot of people can trace it back to not feeling fulfilled. Because when you don't feel at peace, when you don't feel connected to yourself, you're going to try to connect to these outside things, these outside substances, these outside relationships, these outside parties and whatnot, as a way to put a band aid on the bullet wound in your soul. Because when you feel unfulfilled, it's like having a bullet shot through your soul and it's just leaking and leaking and leaking and leaking, and you're just drained all the time because you don't feel like who you should be. Now, we get into what does fulfillment look like to you. I want you to really think about this. Not what is fulfillment that you were taught, not what is the fulfillment you were shown, not what is everyone else's fulfillment, because you need to know what is your fulfillment. There's the standard, stable job, wife, 3 kids, white picket fence, live in a safe neighborhood, make a lot of money. If that's truly what you believe is your fulfillment and that's your authentic truth, live it. But I know plenty of people who their fulfillment is waking up when they want to, working from home, having their own business. Other people, it is traveling the world, it is living out in the mountains. Your fulfillment can be whatever it is to you. But to keep it simple, surface level things such as what kind of house do you want to live in? Do you want a wife and kids? Do you want a certain type of car? What is your ideal job? Do you want a job or do you want to be your own boss? So, do you want to own your own business? Do you want to do Uber? What is your fulfillment on that level? Then, mentally, we can look at what kind of fulfillment do you have that makes you feel at peace, joyful, something you can look forward to doing the work. Like for me, when I get on these videos and when I'm writing books, I look forward to that. I get excited to do that because I feel fulfilled. I feel at peace. I feel joyful. I feel excited to do these things. But when it comes to most people and their job and what they're doing, not many people want to go wake up and clock in at that desk job. There's some people who do, and that's their fulfillment. That's what they love doing. But most people, that's not what they want to do. So, far as your job that you can look forward to, you need to do something that is in line with who you are, and what your gift is, and we will get to that shortly. Now, spiritual. This can be whatever kind of God, deity, universe that you worship, having a connection with that. Because when you feel disconnected from a divine source, that is when you start to feel tiny and you feel small. And I don't push my belief, but I do believe that people are connected to a divine source. You can call that God, Allah, Buddha, universe, spirit, higher consciousness, whatever you want to call it. I truly believe that people are connected to that and we're a part of it. So, because you are a part of the all, it means that you are infinite potential. You have the potential to change your life. You had the potential to help others. You had the potential to be a difference maker in your family. And when you live from that mental state and when you live from that sense of abundance and prosperity, you are able to tackle the challenges that life brings to you. But when you're disconnected from that, you feel small. You're like, oh, I'm just this one little itty bitty person, not realizing that you are the result of billions and billions of years of evolution, creation, divine ordainment, whatever it is that you believe, you are the result of that. And by knowing that, you're able to live life in such a more connected way. Now, breaking free. All limitations exist within your mind. You think you can't, so you can't. If you think you can, then you can. Perfect example. A skinny person or a fat person thinks, I can get strong, I can lose weight, I can build muscle, right? I can do it. Right now, they don't have the muscle. Right now, they have not lost the weight. But because they think they can, they do actions which then lead to proving that they could. But if the person thinks I can't, then they're not going to take the actions. They're not going to get the result. They're going to stay where they've always been. And because they think they can't, they cannot. Because they think they can, they can. And there's so many limiting beliefs that we all have that are placed in us. Like, oh no, you're not smart enough to get that degree. You're not tall enough to date that person. You're not um let me think of some other ones. You're not smart enough to get that job. You're not tall enough to get that person. You're not strong enough to lift that weight. You're not good enough at art to sell it. You're not a good enough public speaker to go get up on that stage. Whatever the limiting belief that you've heard is, it is in your head. Whatever goes on up here starts to go on out. Let me get my hand to the camera. Whatever goes on in here starts to go on out here. Whatever goes on in your mind will start to go on in your life. And the barriers and limits you have on your mind will be the barriers and limits you have on your life. I don't know who said it, but there's this quote that you can never out earn your own self worth. If you think you're worth 50,000, and this is what you believe, like you genuinely believe you are worth 50,000. If you were to somehow get a job that pays 80,000, somehow, some way, I don't know how this goes, but the universe just starts bringing you back to 50,000 because that is what you genuinely believe you are worth. However, if you're currently at 50,000 or you don't even have a job, like me right now, I am unemployed. I am unemployed, okay? No job right now. On paper, I got no job, but my job is to provide value to the people, to help others, and ultimately do my thing. That is my job. I'm full time employed by myself. However, back to the point. On paper, I have no job, right? But I know that I am worth way more than that 50,000. So because of that, inevitably, I'm going to make way more than $50,000 because I know my self worth. And every day I get better. So because every day I get better, every day my self-worth gets better, meaning my earnings get better, meaning my potential gets better, meaning that I get better, my life gets better, I break the mental barriers, and I become the man I was destined to be. And that's why you need to identify the mental barriers and mental limitations you have, break them, prove yourself right that you can. And once you prove yourself right that you can, every time a little bear pops up that says, oh no, Lawrence, you can't do that. Oh no, Lawrence, they're not gonna like you. Oh no, Lawrence, this. Oh no, Lawrence, that. You can say, shut up. I know myself. I prove myself right. I'm the man for the job. I'm the man with the plan. I'm the man who I am. And that's why you gotta break the mental barriers and get to that point where you can become who and what you were born to be. Man, I'm on a roll right here. Now, finding your gift. Let me get a little sip of my water. So, the big part you guys were waiting for. What is a hobby, a skill, a talent, or activity you're very good at, the world needs, and people are willing to pay for? So, some examples right here are problem solving skills, critical thinking, creativity, coordinating with others, people management, independent decision making, emotional intelligence, negotiation. It's so many different skills out there. So let's say you're somebody who's really good at communicating. That could be labeled as communication skills, public speaking, writing. You're really talented at something, such as an art form. You got your musicians, you got your artists, you've got interior designers, you've got clothing designers, you've got things like that. You might be somebody who's really good at um cooking. You might be really good at cooking. You could sell food, be a chef. You could have a food truck. You could work in a cafeteria. You could work in a soup kitchen. There's so many potentials for you. Another example I'm going to give is, let's say you're somebody who's really good with your hands. Like you're one of those kind of handymen. We got car mechanics. We've got carpenters, um, welders, construction workers. There's Everyone has a gift, and with that gift, there is something that you can make of it. Or it could be as simple as you're really good at recording videos. And I'm not saying you gotta be an expert when I say really good at it. I just mean you have potential. You're willing to put in the work needed to become very good. You might be really good at recording videos, taking photos, so that opens up videography, blogs, photography, modeling shoots, things like that. Now, with that gift is how you're going to find your way to make room for yourself amongst those great men. Now, you can provide a service, a product for others. Chefs, they provide food. Artists provide art and music. Comedians provide entertainment. Authors, poets, and writers provide books and literature. Literature is just a fancy way of saying written things. So, poetry, books, blog posts, things like that. Those are all literature. People who are very good at calming children down provide daycares and after school programs. Other times, people who are really good with emotional intelligence, those are people like your therapist, school counselors, um, crisis centers, things like that. Now, it is vital that you do not compare what you have to what someone else has. Each of us is born with a unique ability, and whether you currently see it or not. So no matter if right now you might not know what your gift is, it's there. You just have to find it. You got to uncover it. Like you have to ask yourself, what is something I really enjoy doing? What am I good at? What does the world need? So right now, if you're somebody who's good at teamwork, if you're somebody who's good at creating plans and leading others, that's leadership. So that might be people like your gym coaches. So sports coaches, you might be somebody who's a military leader. So generals, politicians, working at a summer camp. These are all leadership roles. CEOs are a leadership role. You have to just figure out what your gift is and then provide that service. So for me, it's writing and speaking. These are the things I'm really good at and I really like to do. So my service is books, podcasts, YouTube videos, seminars, and videos. That's how I'm making room for myself because my gift is communication. My gift is being able to take complex ideas, explain them in a clear and understandable way for people, and then those people get the value of what I'm saying, and they walk away with value. I walk away with value in the form of money, in the form of helping them, in the form of fulfillment. So once you know your gift, you use that gift to make room for yourself amongst these great men, great opportunities, great potential for growth, fulfillment, and obviously making some money with it. Because chefs do not give out food for free. Some of them do at like homeless shelters, but I'm saying if you worked at like a restaurant where people come and they pay. Artists, they can give away free art, but they need to eat too, so they sell their art. Comedians sell tickets to their shows. Authors, poets, and writers sell books, sell their services to blogs and other people. So ghostwriters for music, they sell their service. Daycares are not free. They charge money for that. Sometimes they will give out, free help to people who are unable to pay, but typically speaking, they charge you some money. Next up, the world is a reflection. This is one of the main points I was getting at to you. Being a fake version of yourself leads to fake versions of all things in your life. Write that down. Being a fake version of yourself leads to fake versions of everything else in your life. The people meant for you, business partnerships, let me get the later point on that. Meant for you, business partnerships and relationships, friends, etc., can only come when you are being authentic. If you are not the real you, people cannot connect to the real you. So for me, I make a lot of gaps in how I talk. I make a lot of stutters sometimes. I add in a lot of words that I don't necessarily mean to be there. But I don't beat myself down for it because I'm being authentic. I am not 100% flawless. I am simply Lawrence. I am who and what I am. I do what I do the best to my ability. I don't put on a fake mask. I don't put on a facade for the camera. What you get is what I am. I am what I am. You get what you get. And I give what I can give. I do the best I can with who I am today, who I am right now. Because in 10 minutes from now, I'm going to be an even better version than I am right now. I'm giving you the best I can give you now from the most authentic core that I can. Now, if you want to use your gift to make money, you must give value before asking for money. This is a part where a lot of people go wrong. Let me give you a story. So, for those who don't know, I'm from Philadelphia. And it's very common here to have people on the train trying to sell oil, like scented oils. I actually have one. Yeah, I bought this one from somebody actually. It smells really good. It's like a very calming spring kind of smell. Like it smells like rain in the spring. But typically, how they do this is they'll get on there, be like, oils, oils, I'm selling oils, and just hope that somebody says, yeah, I want to buy some. No, that's not how you do it. What you want to do is provide value. The value is, I'm going to help you to smell better. And the way that this is done properly is, hey man, how's your day going? Oh, I'm doing pretty all right. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just out here selling my oils. You seem like somebody who want to smell good. Obviously you want to word it a little differently than this, but you seem like somebody who want to smell good, get you a nice little girlfriend or whatever. And I got some great options for you. I got all kind of different stuff. I got summery smells, I got flower smells. If you want a more masculine kind of smell, I have those too. I have this new one called XYZ. And you actually connect with the customer. Like you provide some value. Like, okay, what is the value I'm getting? Smelling good will attract more people. I want to attract more people, so I should hear what this guy's talking about. I should hear about his product. And what I do, I sell books. So the value I'm offering is helping you to build a more fulfilled life, helping you to improve how you look, helping you improve your mind, helping you to improve your whole life. That's a really great value. But if I just said $10, buy my book, $10, no one's gonna buy the book because you didn't give me any value. You didn't connect with me. You didn't explain to me what you're doing. You didn't help me understand why I should get it. Like, why should I spend my hard earned money on what this kid is selling? But once I hear, oh, here's what it's going to do, here's the value it gives, here's the value he's providing. Now I want to know. Now I want to know, like, what's he doing? Is it really that good? Like, okay, can I read a page? Like, can I flip through, see a page? Of course, let me show a perfect example. It's like, of course, here you go. I'll let you flip through, find you a nice little page, and you just flipping through, like, oh, I like this. Ooh, okay, yeah, yeah. Here you go, $10. You provide value before asking for money. You show them what they could be getting. You show them how this will improve their life. You show them proof that your food is good. Like, that's why chefs and restaurants, they put photos of the food on the menu. So you see what you're getting. That's why barbers do before and after photos of the client. Like, they show the client before they got their haircut, then they show them after. Like, okay, the barber's really good. Like, I saw before, I saw after. I want to pay this barber. It's also why artists show their art. Like, look how great the painting is. Oh, I like that painting. I see the value. That will look great in my home. Let me buy you. You provide value before asking for the money. You're doing it backwards. Do not go for the money first. You have to give and give value before you ask for the money. Because the more value you give, the more the person will want the product. Don't oversell it. Like, don't say, oh, this thing gonna make you grow 10 inches. You're gonna be um the most handsomest, fantastical person ever. No, don't oversell it. Don't lie to people because do not try to overhype your product. I'm not saying that I'm going to make you a millionaire. I'm not saying that I'm going to get you to a point that I'm not even at yet. What I'm saying is I'm going to show you how to make a better life for yourself because I've done it. I'm teaching you what I know because I've done it. Now, back to the point. I kind of went a little off there because I absolutely hate when people try to go for money over actually helping, over actually providing value, over actually giving a service, over actually helping. Do not just come to me trying to get my money. That's the quickest way for me to tell you to get out of my face. Come to me with some value. Come to me proper. Come to me with respect. Come to me like an actual customer. Okay? Come to me like you value my money. Because if you value me, if you value my money, and I value your service, oh, I'm respect you. Because I love when people know what they're doing. I love it when people provide a service. I love when people are actually helping out in the community. But y'all know I kind of went off there. Now, when you want to use your gift to make money, give them that value. You want them to walk away better than when they came in. For the barber, you want them to walk out looking better. For the chef, you want them to walk out tasting good food. For the author, for the speaker, for the entertainer, for the coach, you want them to walk out mentally stronger, mentally better, more fulfilled, feeling better, happy, at peace, enjoying themselves. Now, by learning to use and embrace your own gift, it opens the door for others to do the same. Because when people haven't seen somebody go for it in life, when people haven't seen somebody be their true and authentic self, they're going to feel nervous and afraid to do it because they haven't seen it done. Because when you start to step outside the box, it's like crabs in a barrel. All the crabs could get out the barrel, but they're like, no, I'm gonna pull you down. And then the one below that is like, no, I'm gonna pull you down. And the one below that is like, no, I'm gonna pull you down. Instead of lifting each other up, okay, you're up now, lift me up. Okay, I'm gonna lift you up, lift you up, lift you up, and then you're out the barrel. But people are like crabs in a barrel. They're going to try to drag you down. The wrong people, let me correct that. The wrong people are like crabs in a barrel. They're going to try to bring you down. They're going to try to pull you down. They're going to try to lower you. But when you know how to embrace your gift, when you know how to embrace your talent, when you know how to embrace your ability, it shows others that it is possible. It leads the way. It shows your children what is possible. It shows your family what is possible. It shows your friends, your girlfriend, your relationships, your people at work, your classmates. It shows the world what is possible. However, the one of the reasons why people are scared to embrace their true gift, it's not because they're scared of failing. Oh no, no, no. The complete opposite, actually. A lot of people are scared of winning. A lot of people are scared of winning. And why is that? Because it means that if you start winning, you become unrecognizable. Yeah. If you start winning and all your friends are losers, all your family are losers, your relationships are losers, and now you're a winner, you can't be with them no more. You gotta leave them. And they know they gotta leave too. Because it's like hot and cold. You cannot have hot and cold together. You cannot have up and down at the same time. You cannot walk to the left and walk to the right at one time. It don't work. You're going to have to rip yourself in half to walk to the left and walk to the right. You have to go one way. Your family got to go one way. Your friends, one way. Your relationships, one way. It all got to be one way. It all got to line up with you. Because when you change, when you become better, when you become evolved, when you become the man, woman, person that you're meant to be, and you leave that old life in the past, you leave losing in the past, you leave limiting beliefs in the past, you leave lack, doubt, shame, guilt, hatred, all that in the past, it means that all the people, places, and things that were associated with what you now have energetically left must leave you too. So that means a lot of people are scared of winning because it means losing all the people, places, and things which have held them back. Because the things which have held you back are comfortable. They're comfortable. You know what to expect. You know what you're used to. You know how it's going to be. But when you start winning, you're in a whole other table. You're in a whole new environment. You're around different people, different opportunities, different amounts of money, different job opportunities, different skills, different community. You leave the old in the past and embrace the new. And that means all the old people, all the old situations, you gotta leave it. And that's scary to a lot of people. It's scary to start winning. Now I'm gonna close you out on some final tips, right? Deliberate, I put that in bold for a reason. Deliberate daily practice. Your gift is like a seed of a your gift is a seed like a tree. You must water it before it can develop into its strongest form. By deliberate daily practice, I don't mean just doing the exact same thing every day over and over. I mean practicing the same skill, such as writing. Let's use writing as an example. Every day I write. However, I write about different subjects, I write about different genres, I write about different aspects. So I'm deliberately practicing improving on my weak points so that I get stronger overall. For the runner, it might not be just running, it might be making sure that your form is good. Okay, now my form is good. Let me improve my breathing. Now your form and your breathing is good. Let me improve my speed. Okay, my speed, my form, and my speed, my form, and my feet positioning are good. Let me improve my breathing. Now I'm breathing better. Let me improve my hydration. Now I'm more hydrated. They are deliberately practicing all their aspects. They're deliberately practicing. They're not just running. They're making sure that the form is good, the breathing is good, the hydration is good. It's deliberate daily practice. finding the area that you are weak in, improving your strengths so that everything gets stronger. Focusing on what you have, not on what others have. Like I said earlier, comparison is the thief of joy. If you keep comparing your gift to others' gift, you're gonna get real jealous. Like, I'm not a musician. I'm not a musician. You're not gonna see me on stage doing rock and roll concerts no time soon. But you will see me on stage doing speeches, doing events like that, because that is my gift. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a connection, have a community with other people with different gifts. I promote that in fact. Because as you see written right here, you need a leader, which is one gift, that is a skill, an accountant, the gift of math, the gift of intelligence, a construction worker, the gift of physical strength, being good with your hands and being able to do physical labor. So physical gift, in order to have a construction business, the group, the team, you need different gifts to have the bigger overall team. Surrounding yourself with the right people. This is similar to the business. You need to be around good leadership, people who are willing to work hard, people who are willing to play that part in order to have a good life, in order to have good fulfillment, in order to have good relations. And bad energy will drag you down, the good energy will raise you up. So when you have a good leadership, you have good people working, and you have people playing that part, everyone gets better as a result. Get comfortable having eyes on you, especially if you want to take it to a big level, such as if you want to be a famous chef. A lot of people are going to be watching. If you want to be a famous artist, musician, rapper, painter, speaker, author, a lot of people are going to be watching. A lot of people are going to be reading your work. So you have to get comfortable with the idea of being seen. You have to be comfortable with people knowing of you. You also have to be able to demonstrate your gift. So working in a kitchen is a great example of this. People are going to look at the chef like, chef, what do we do? Chef, what do we cook? Chef, they're going to be watching you because you're the head person. If I'm on stage and I'm giving a speech, people are going to be watching. They're like, what's he going to say next? What's he talking about? Why is he on stage? What should we write down? What should I take notes on? You need to get comfortable with people watching you. Trying new methods. So for the chef, this is new ingredients. For me, it's new styles of writing. For the musician, it can be new genres. That simply means don't just be a one-trick pony. Like, don't just be a self-improvement author. Be able to give a speech on a stage. Be able to explain your message to younger people, to older people. Be able to be diverse. Be able to have multiple tricks up your sleeve. Set personal daily challenges. But because having something to conquer builds internal strength and being proud of who you are. So this could be having a routine where every morning you do 25 push-ups and it gets you in a really good mood because wow, I already got something, I achieved something for the day, I'm doing good. Or it could be writing a song every day. It doesn't have to be the complete song, just getting some lyrics down on the paper. Okay, good. I'm making progress to recording my album. It could be cooking something every day. Like, okay, I cooked baked chicken today. The next day I cooked spaghetti. The next day I cooked lobster. Every day I am setting a goal and I'm achieving that goal. I feel confident. I see my skills improving. I'm getting better. Don't be afraid to fail because often what we think of as failure is actually just us finding what doesn't work in order to become closer to what does. Like, there's so many different ways to create a light bulb. Like there's so many different ideas that were tried. They tried every single thing possible. They failed and failed and failed and failed and failed and failed and over and over and over until one day somehow they figured it out. And what we think of as failure isn't just, oh, it's over, it's the end, it's all over, nothing's gonna work ever. That's when you die. When you're dead, now you don't get any more chances. But until you take your last breath, you're just getting closer to finding out what does work. Like, okay, people aren't clicking on these kind of YouTube thumbnails. Let me try something else. Okay, people aren't showing up to this event. Let me try marketing it a different way. Let me try putting out different ads. Let me try different methods, pretty much. You're just trying to find what works because now you figured out, okay, this does not work. This does not work. This does not work. Until boom, one day you figure out what does work and you achieve your goal. Now, we've reached a conclusion and thank you for listening. Thank you for, like I said, investing in yourself. Thank you for investing in me. Thank you for having trust in my ability to teach. And thank you for putting yourself in a good position. Thank you for everything that has led you up to this point. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking notes. And thank you for being the man and woman that you know you're supposed to be. Because I know you're going to do great things. I know it. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you blossom. I look forward to each and every one of you overcoming your limiting beliefs, figuring out what your gift is, and providing that to the world. I look forward to seeing you live your best life. So I want to say this. Go out there, give the world what you got, and show yourself what you're made of. Have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next. Am I gonna call these videos or courses? I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.